If you are over 60 and you find yourself hesitating before climbing the stairs, or you wake up and notice your arms and legs feel a little thinner and less reliable, you are not alone. Losing muscle as we age is a quiet thief of independence. It steals confidence, makes daily tasks harder, and can leave you worrying about the future. But it does not have to be your story. I'm Dr. Linda Rose, and I have spent years working with older adults who want to stay strong, active, and fully in charge of their lives. I tell my patients there is one simple, powerful change you can make to your breakfast that often gets overlooked. A single food that helps your body maintain and rebuild muscle when combined with the right habits. I will show you how to add it, why it works, and how small, consistent steps can lead to big gains in mobility and confidence. You deserve mornings that start with strength instead of worry. In this video I will guide you gently, step by step, with clear, science-backed advice that respects your experience and your pace. This is not about quick fixes or magic pills. It is about practical nutrition and habits that protect your independence and boost vitality in the 60s and beyond. Before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, so you never miss a simple, science-backed health tip, designed especially for older adults like you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me improve these videos for your benefit. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Why muscle loss happens after 60. When you cross into your 60s, your body begins to experience a natural process called sarcopenia, which simply means age-related muscle loss. It often starts quietly. You might notice that lifting a grocery bag feels heavier than it used to, or standing up from a chair requires a little more effort. These changes are not just in your head. After the age of 30, most people begin to lose a small percentage of muscle every decade, but once you reach your 60s, the rate can speed up if nothing is done to stop it. This is why so many older adults feel weaker or less steady, even if they have not changed much about their daily routine. One of the main reasons for this decline is the body's reduced ability to make and use protein. Protein is the building block of your muscles, and when you are young, your body is excellent at turning the protein you eat into strong, healthy muscle tissue. But as you age, that process becomes less efficient. It is almost as if your body does not hear the signal from protein as clearly as before, and so you need more of it, and in the right form, to keep your muscles strong. Hormonal changes also play a role. As we get older, levels of certain hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone decline. These hormones are important messengers that tell your body to repair and build muscle after daily activity. When their levels drop, your muscles may not recover as well, and over time, they shrink. This is why even if you stay active, you might still notice some loss in muscle tone. Another big factor is lifestyle. Many people in their 60s naturally slow down. Maybe retirement has brought more sitting, or health issues make it harder to move as often as before. The phrase, use it or lose it, is especially true for muscles. Without regular activity, your muscle fibers begin to weaken, and this process accelerates muscle loss. Even something as simple as fewer daily walks or longer hours in front of the television can contribute. Nutrition also plays a critical role. Seniors often eat less than they did in earlier years, either because of reduced appetite, dental problems, or digestive changes. This means fewer calories and less protein are reaching the muscles that desperately need them. Even if you are eating enough, the type of food matters. Highly processed foods or meals heavy in sugar provide energy but no real support for muscle maintenance. Without the right nutrition, your muscles simply cannot thrive. Finally, illness and medications can add to the challenge. Conditions like diabetes, arthritis, or heart disease, as well as certain medications, can speed up muscle breakdown or make it harder to stay active. This can create a cycle. Weaker muscles make movement harder, less movement makes muscles weaker, and the cycle continues. The good news is that while muscle loss is common after 60, it is not inevitable. Understanding why it happens is the first step to reversing it. With the right food choices, daily habits, and a little guidance, your body can still build and protect muscle well into your 70s and 80s. Think of your muscles as a savings account. The earlier you invest, the more strength you have to withdraw when you need it most. Part 2. The hidden dangers of muscle loss for seniors. Muscle loss in the 60s may seem like nothing more than a natural part of aging, but its consequences can be far-reaching and, at times, life-changing. Many people assume that weaker muscles simply mean less strength to carry groceries or open jars, but the truth runs much deeper. Your muscles are not just for lifting or walking. They are central to your balance, your independence, and even your overall health. That is why I remind my patients that ignoring muscle loss can quietly open the door to risks that affect both body and mind. One of the most immediate dangers is a higher risk of falls. Strong muscles act like shock absorbers and stabilizers. They help you catch yourself when you trip on a rug or misstep on a stair. But when your muscles shrink, your balance becomes less reliable, and your reaction time slows. A simple slip that once would have ended in a laugh can now lead to a serious injury, like a hip fracture. And we know that fractures in older adults are not just painful. They often result in long hospital stays, reduced independence, and sometimes permanent changes in mobility. Another hidden danger is the loss of independence. Think about the daily tasks you may take for granted: getting out of bed, standing from a chair, or climbing into the bathtub. These movements rely on muscle strength. When those muscles weaken, small tasks can become exhausting, frustrating, or even impossible without help. For many seniors, this shift is emotionally devastating. Suddenly, they may feel like they have to rely on family members or caregivers, leading to feelings of helplessness or being a burden. I have seen how this emotional weight can be as heavy as the physical loss itself. Muscle loss also affects metabolism. Muscles are active tissue. They burn calories even when you are resting. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes, which means it is easier to gain fat even if your diet has not changed. Extra fat, especially around the belly, raises the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and other serious conditions. So in a very real sense, muscle loss does not just make you weaker, it makes your entire body more vulnerable to illness. And then there is the issue of energy. Patients often tell me, "Dr. Rose, I just don't have the stamina I used to." They think it is simply age catching up, but much of that fatigue is tied to shrinking muscle. When your muscles cannot support you as they used to, even walking across the room can feel like a chore. This lack of energy discourages you from staying active, and soon you are caught in a cycle of doing less and losing more muscle. Finally, muscle loss takes a toll on mental health. The frustration of not being able to do what you once enjoyed, gardening, dancing, traveling, or even playing with grandchildren, can lead to sadness, anxiety, or withdrawal. Some seniors even begin to avoid social situations because they fear appearing weak. What starts as a physical condition quietly chips away at confidence, happiness, and quality of life. The dangers of muscle loss are real, but they are not a life sentence. By paying attention now, you can protect your strength, reduce your risks, and safeguard your independence. Remember, the goal is not just to live longer, it is to live fully, with energy, confidence, and joy. That is why finding the right strategies, including the powerful breakfast food I will reveal, can make such a remarkable difference. Part 3. The one powerful breakfast food revealed. Now that you understand why muscle loss happens and the hidden dangers it brings, let me finally reveal the one food I recommend to nearly all my patients over 60. That food is eggs. Simple, affordable, and widely available, eggs are one of the most powerful allies you can add to your breakfast if you want to preserve and rebuild muscle. Many people underestimate them because they seem ordinary, but the science behind eggs is extraordinary. Why are eggs so effective? First, they are a complete protein source. This means they contain all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs to build and repair muscle tissue. When you eat eggs, your muscles receive the exact building blocks they require, delivered in a form that your body can use very efficiently. In fact, the protein in eggs has one of the highest biological values, which is a fancy way of saying that almost every bit of it is absorbed and used by your body. Few foods can claim that. Second, eggs are rich in leucine, an amino acid that plays a key role in triggering muscle growth. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle protein synthesis. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to protein signals, which is why many seniors need more protein than younger adults. By including eggs in your breakfast, you give your muscles a strong and clear signal to build and repair, even when your body is less efficient at doing so. But eggs offer more than protein. The yolk is packed with important nutrients like vitamin D, B12, and choline. Vitamin D supports bone strength, which works hand in hand with muscle health to keep you steady on your feet. Vitamin B12 helps with energy and nerve function, both of which are crucial for maintaining strength and coordination. Choline supports brain health, adding another layer of protection as you age. For years, some people avoided egg yolks because of cholesterol fears, but we now know that for most seniors, moderate egg consumption does not raise cholesterol in a dangerous way. In fact, the nutrients in the yolk make eggs a nearly perfect package for older adults. Another advantage of eggs is their versatility. You can boil them, scramble them, make an omelette, or even add them to oatmeal for a protein boost. This means you are less likely to get bored and more likely to stick with the habit of eating them regularly. And consistency is key. Protecting your muscles is not about what you eat once in a while, but about what you do every single day. I often hear patients say, "Dr. Rose, isn't it too late for me to rebuild muscle?" And my answer is always no. Studies have shown that even people in their 70s and 80s can regain strength and muscle mass when they combine good nutrition with activity. Eggs may look small, but they carry the power to help you stay strong, steady, and independent. By starting your morning with them, you set the tone for a day filled with energy and resilience. Remember, muscle is like a bank account. Every time you eat an egg, you are making a deposit into your strength savings. Over time, those deposits add up, protecting you from the dangers we discussed earlier. It is one of the simplest, smartest steps you can take for your health after 60. Part 4. How to add this food to your breakfast for maximum muscle protection. Now that you know eggs are a powerful defense against muscle loss, the next step is learning how to add them to your breakfast in the smartest, most effective way. Eating eggs here and there will help, but making them a consistent, intentional part of your routine will truly protect your muscles as you age. Let me walk you through practical, simple strategies that I share with my own patients. The first tip is to focus on consistency. Muscle health thrives on routine. Aim to include eggs at least 4 to 5 mornings each week. They do not have to be cooked the same way every time. In fact, variety makes the habit more enjoyable. You might have boiled eggs on Monday, a veggie omelette on Wednesday, and scrambled eggs with herbs on Friday. When eggs become a regular guest at your breakfast table, your muscles will thank you with more strength and stability. Portion size matters too. For most older adults, 1 to 2 eggs per breakfast is an excellent starting point. If you are still physically active or dealing with noticeable muscle loss, you can go up to 3, as long as your doctor has not restricted your cholesterol intake. Remember, moderation is the key, enough to give your body the fuel it needs, but not so much that it feels heavy. Pairing your eggs with high-fiber foods like whole grain toast, spinach, or tomatoes helps balance your meal and keeps your digestion comfortable. Another way to maximize the benefit of eggs is timing. Eating protein earlier in the day gives your muscles a head start on repair and maintenance. Many seniors eat very little protein in the morning and most of it at dinner. This is a mistake, because your body can only use so much protein at once. By starting your day with eggs, you spread out your protein intake, giving your muscles multiple opportunities throughout the day to grow and strengthen. Do not forget hydration. Eggs work best when your body is well hydrated. Muscles need water to process protein and repair themselves. A simple glass of water or herbal tea alongside your egg breakfast helps your body make full use of the nutrition. And for those who worry about digestion, adding vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, or bell peppers to an omelette not only boosts fiber but also provides extra vitamins that work hand in hand with muscle health. Preparation methods are also important. Frying eggs in heavy oil or butter every morning adds unnecessary fat, which can strain your heart and waistline. Instead, try boiling, poaching, or scrambling them with just a light spray of oil or a small drizzle of olive oil. These methods keep the meal light, heart-friendly, and easier to digest. If you enjoy flavor, use herbs and spices like parsley, black pepper, or turmeric instead of extra salt. Not only does this make your meal delicious, but it also supports healthy blood pressure and inflammation control. Finally, I encourage my patients to see breakfast with eggs as an act of self-care rather than a chore. Cooking and enjoying a nourishing meal in the morning sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. When you take that time for yourself, you are not just feeding your body, you are telling yourself, I matter. My strength matters. This mindset makes it easier to stick to healthy choices over the long term. Adding eggs to your breakfast is simple, but when done with consistency, balance, and care, it becomes one of the most powerful ways to protect your muscles and independence after 60. It is not just about eating an egg, it is about giving your body the daily support it deserves. Part 5. Extra habits that boost the effect of this food. Eggs can do a lot for your muscles, but they work best when combined with a few other simple habits. Think of eggs as the foundation of a strong house. Without the right walls and roof, the foundation alone cannot protect you. In the same way, your body needs more than just protein. It needs a whole lifestyle that supports muscle health. Let me share the extra steps I encourage my patients to follow, which supercharge the benefits of eating eggs at breakfast. The first habit is regular movement. Muscles respond to use. When you walk, climb stairs, or do light exercises, you send a signal to your body that your muscles are needed. Pair that activity with the protein from eggs, and your body immediately gets the message. Repair and grow stronger. Even 10 to 15 minutes of light strength training with resistance bands or bodyweight movements like squats and wall push-ups can make a huge difference. If daily workouts sound overwhelming, remember that consistency matters more than intensity. A little movement every day is far better than one intense session once in a while. Second, prioritize good sleep. This may surprise you, but muscle repair mostly happens while you are sleeping. If you eat protein-rich eggs but only sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, your body does not get the chance to rebuild. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep, with a consistent bedtime routine. Simple practices like dimming the lights, avoiding screens, and drinking calming herbal tea before bed can improve sleep quality, giving your muscles the recovery time they need. Hydration is another key habit. Muscles are about 70% water, and without enough fluids, they cannot function or repair properly. Dehydration often sneaks up on seniors because the sense of thirst becomes weaker with age. I tell my patients to keep a water bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. Pairing your morning eggs with a glass of water is an easy way to start the day hydrated, which helps your body make the most of that protein. The next habit is balance in nutrition. While eggs are powerful, they cannot do the job alone. Your muscles also need vitamins and minerals from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Foods rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C support muscle contractions and reduce inflammation. For example, a breakfast of scrambled eggs with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast gives you protein, fiber, and antioxidants in one meal. When your plate is colorful, your muscles and your whole body benefit. Finally, keep your mindset positive. This may sound less scientific, but it is incredibly powerful. Many older adults tell themselves, "It's too late for me," or "I'm too old to make a difference." That belief alone weakens the will to try. I remind them that muscle is one of the most adaptable tissues in the human body. Even in your 70s and 80s, your muscles will respond to care, nutrition, and movement. The habit of believing in your ability to improve, no matter your age, is one of the strongest tools you have. When you combine eggs with these habits, daily movement, quality sleep, hydration, balanced nutrition, and a positive mindset, you create the perfect environment for your muscles to stay strong. Think of it like a team. The eggs provide the fuel, but the habits provide the structure and opportunity for that fuel to turn into lasting strength. This combination not only helps you reverse muscle loss but also keeps you feeling capable, independent, and ready to enjoy life fully in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. We have covered a lot together today. If you are in your 60s or beyond, you now understand that muscle loss is not just about weakness. It is about balance, independence, energy, and even joy. The quiet decline that so many seniors accept as just aging can, in fact, be slowed down and even reversed with the right choices. And one of the simplest, most powerful choices you can make is starting your morning with eggs. They are not just food on a plate. They are a daily investment in your future. Every bite gives your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong and protect you from falls, fatigue, and frustration. But remember, eggs work best when combined with the habits we discussed: movement, hydration, quality sleep, balanced nutrition, and a mindset that says, yes, I can still grow stronger. I want you to leave this video with hope, not worry. No matter your age, it is never too late to take charge of your health. The body is resilient, and with a little care, it will reward you with strength, stability, and confidence. Imagine yourself getting out of bed with ease, walking steadily without fear, or enjoying time with your grandchildren without feeling worn out. Those moments of freedom and joy are what these small daily steps are truly about. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to Zenior Life, and share it with a friend who could benefit from this message. And if you want to learn more, I encourage you to watch my next video, where we will explore other powerful foods and habits that keep seniors thriving. Until then, take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live.